Who said I loved you first? It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know. We were sitting at home in your mama's living room, cause she couldn't be alone. See, your mama knew I was something else. She knew how I felt. Back then we were in school, and that's your favorite excuse. Growing up I was a fool, and I can't lie, I'm missing you. Listen and don't trip. Think I need a bottle with a genie in it. Here's my wish list.
Alright, so I just copy and paste this from my notes, so let me explain it. Okay, center, -2, 3, boom. Radius is 4. Okay, we want to try to write an equation that will satisfy all the distance here to form the circle. So boom, distance formula / Pythagorean theorem, same thing. In this case, x, I did x plus 2. The reason why it's plus 2 because this was -2, right? The fact that it was a -2, you switch the signs. Then y minus 3 squared. My distance was 4. Boom, 16. Okay, hopefully you got that. Get the back side here, or the third page. We're not going to sketch a picture. We've been sketching too much. Okay, but we can see that using the definition of a circle to find an equation x and y, right, is really going to turn out that h and k is the center, right? So originally I would have x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared equals d squared. Well, if I substitute that, this x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Where h and k, as I mentioned up here, h and k is the center, and then r right here is the radius, okay? So let's kind of put that all together here. And really, this x and y, by the way, this x and this y are just the other point on the circle, right? These right here represents any point on the circle. So really, here's your official equation of a circle, which honestly is the same as distance formula, but we specifically have an h and k, where your h and k are your center. Okay, hk is your center of the circle, and the radius is r. Okay. All right, last thing we're doing here for this part is sketch the graph of this here. So let's identify my h and k. Okay, so let's do this carefully here. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r. So my h would just be 3. I think we can see that there. H equals 3. My k is actually going to be -1. Okay, so be careful with that. Center is h, or shoot. Center is 3, -1. And what's my r, okay? My r is not 4. Remember, that's r squared. So r is going to end up being, mathematically it's plus or minus 2, but we know it cannot be a negative because we're dealing with distance, okay? So radius equals 2, okay? And then you would just quickly sketch that. Let me sketch it real quick. Boom, boom. 3, 1, 2, 3, down 1, okay? And radius is 2, right? So you go down 2, 1, 2, right 2, over here, up 2, boom, boom. Okay, a quick sketch. That looks awful. Oh, not anymore. And just make sure you just emphasize that that center is 3, -1. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more example problems. That's it. Okay, so just check the next video for just 2 example problems that are similar to your homework. All right, let's do these 2 problems real quick. Write the equation of a circle with center -2, 4 that passes through -6, comma 7. Okay, I'm gonna do a little sketch here. This isn't mandatory, but sometimes it's good to have a visual of what you're working with. -2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom's right here. And your other point passes through -6, 7. Let's see where that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere like right here, right? So red is my center, so the circle is going to be like kind of like this. About, right? So this is -6, 7. My center is -2, 4. Okay. All right. So that's my visual. So we have our center, right? We know our HK. This is HK. So that's easy. We have HK. We just need to solve for our radius. Okay, so to solve for the radius, what can you do here? We need to find the distance of that. Okay, so the radius is going to equal distance formula, the square root of x2. Which one should be my x2? Okay, -6 minus -2 squared plus 7 minus 4 squared. And this here will get me, switch the signs, bam, bam. It's gonna be 16 plus 9. Oh, that's a nice number. Radical 25 ends up, boom, radius equals 5. So once you know the radius and once you know your HK, you can now write the equation of your circle, okay? So again, the formula for your circle, I'll put it in black here. X minus h squared plus quantity y minus k squared equals r squared. Plug everything in. My center h is -2, so it'll be x plus 2, right? Plus y minus 4. And my r is 5, so 5 squared is 25. Boom. That's your final answer. Okay. Nice. Okay, time to level up. This problem is pretty hard. Hint, not a hint, but you have to use complete the square. Completing the square. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one entirely with you guys. On your homework, there's just one of these problems. Okay, so hopefully you guys can mirror this example. Okay, so to complete the square. Okay, here's your first step. Okay, we need to, well, let's write the original x squared plus y squared. Okay, technically your first step, I'll just make this purple. First step is move constants to one side. Okay, we'll check here real quick. Any constants? Nope, we're good. Okay, so let's check. Step 2, group like terms. Okay, so when I say group like terms, we're gonna move them together. So it's gonna move these two right here, move them next to each other. So it's gonna be x squared minus 8x. And then you're gonna leave a little space here, okay? So you guys remember this. And then y squared plus 2y. Y squared plus 2y. Leave another blank here. Equals -8, okay? Now there's a reason why we left those blanks there, okay? I'm actually gonna scoot this over a tad bit. Because the reason for those blanks is because now we're gonna do something called completing the square, which is step 3 here. When I say complete the square, hopefully this formula pops up in your head, which is b over 2 squared. Okay, b over 2 squared, okay? So in this case here, we want to group these. Okay, these should be grouped here. Boom, boom. Okay, we're grouping it. So if you guys recall back your basic quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, my b, right, this is the same b we're talking about here. Okay, my b, in this case, my b is -8. Okay, so let's do it for the purple. B over 2 squared, my b is -8. This ends up being 16. Boom. So I'm going to add 16 here. Remember, this is still an equation. If I just add 16 here, what do I need to do to the other side to keep it balanced? Boom, add 16, okay? And then right here for blue, my b in this case, b over 2 squared is equal to 2 over 2 squared, which is just 1. Okay, so plus 1. So again, whatever you do to one side, you need to do it to the other side. So fun fact here, can I factor this out? Look at purple, okay, just purple. Turns out, you can use your X method, okay, do your X method real quick. The reason why they call it a perfect square, guys, completing the square, is because you're going to actually get a really nice factor. Okay, so it's 16, negative 8, negative 4, negative 4, okay, boom. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16, negative 4 plus negative 4 is 8. So you end up having this here. I'm just showing all my work because if you guys can see it in your head already, it's just simplified pretty nicely. So like I'm going to do this one in my head. It'd be y plus 1, y plus 1. Okay, how did I know that? Well, I kind of did this in my head. Up here is 1, below here is 2, so 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so, and then on the right side, you can complete the right side here. Negative 8 plus 16 plus 1 would get me 9. And again, the reason why they call it complete the square is because now this right here is a square, right? You can simplify this to x minus 4 squared. And this here is y plus 1 squared equals 9. Boom. This now is your equation of a circle, but we are not officially done because what the heck is that? Because our goal, what's our goal? Look at the problem. Our goal is to state the coordinate of the center and the measure of the radius. So you have that. What is my h comma k? It's going to be, my h is 4, my k is negative 1. Just remember it's always the opposite sign, right? This is plus 1, it's actually negative 1. And then my radius, which my r squared is 9, so it ends up being my radius equals 3. Boom. And these are your official answers, okay? Okay, please take your time. Let this settle in your brain, okay? Completing the square. Okay, you can hit pause here if you want. There's one homework problem like this, okay guys? So just try to mirror this process. Okay, good luck.